We all want the Knicks to pull off a highway robbery. Every fan base feels like somebody else gets one every year, and the Knicks never do, is how I feel. But realistically, that's probably not happening. So this video, it's not about fantasy trades. Well, all trades are fantasy, but it's not about stealing players. It's about what it would take to actually get real impact players, based on rumors, reports, contracts, and team context. Outside of maybe 5 truly untouchable guys in the league, almost everyone is available for the right price. The question is, what price makes sense for the Knicks? And after every trade we talk about, we're going to ask the same 3 questions. Are the Knicks gaining more than they're giving? Is this an equal value trade? And is this a floor-raising move or a ceiling-raising one? So let's start with my first target. Not because he's flashy, but because he fits exactly what this team needs. And that's Taylor Hendricks. He fits a structural need on this roster, and I don't think you'll have to overpay for him. For the price it will likely take, I think he gives the Knicks the cleanest upgrade without sacrificing anyone important. Sign me up for this trade 10 out of 10 times. That protected Washington pick isn't going to convey, so Utah will be getting 3 second-round picks and Dottie. We can tweak that a little bit, maybe take the Washington pick out and put a first-round pick swap. Now, would I trade Deuce for Taylor Hendricks straight up, me personally? Yes, Deuce archetype is much easier to find than Taylor Hendricks archetype. I'm just bringing up Deuce because just in case Danny Ainge is on some, he needs a player back that he can trust. But that's the furthest I'm willing to go out of the core guys is Deuce McBride. And we got to take some picks off the table for a fact. The floor raises with Taylor Hendricks over all the players I just named because he gives the Knicks line of versatility and insurance at both forward spots. He can switch across positions. He can absorb minutes for OG and Mikal. The Knicks defense looks so much weaker when Mikal or OG isn't on the floor together. When one of them is on the bench, it's a different defense. He allows them to keep lineups functional no matter the matchup. Now, he raises the ceiling because if he pops even a little bit, he don't got to fully pop. He can start at the 4, close games without taking touches. That unlocks elite switchable lineups. He would be the perfect guy to have next to Cat, OG, all of these guys. The shot blocking and defensive instincts he already has, that's championship level upside. Every few years, the league identifies these same type of players, and suddenly everybody wants them. If you know, you know. I wanted my guy Tumani Kamara 2 years ago. But yesterday's price is never today's price. Phones stop getting answered, and you're either paying double or you missed the window. Taylor Hendricks is next up. He's not a name yet because he's in Utah. But smart teams don't wait for consensus. They pounce early. Still under contract for 2 more years. That's why he's my first target. Now, my second target is Tari Eason. Now, you know he's going to cost you a rotation piece. I'm seeing reports that the Celtics try to trade him for Peyton Pritchard. The Rockets try to trade him for Peyton Pritchard. I seen another report saying the Rockets should try to trade him for Jared McCain, and Deuce value isn't as high as those guys. So yes, I would trade him for Deuce, but we're going to need to add a sweetener, and I would do that trade for the same reasons I would do the Hendricks trade. It's not about Deuce. Eason gives you a 6'8" forward who can defend multiple positions, impact the game without even plays called for him. That matters on a team where touches are already spoken for. He fits the Knicks like a glove. The only reason he wasn't my first option is because you'll have to definitely give up a rotation piece for him. I see people saying Mitchell Robinson. I understand the logic. Mitch is inspiring. So is Eason, but he's younger. And you're trading an injury-prone center for a versatile forward. From a team building standpoint, that makes sense, but Eason is injury-prone too. He has been. I don't know if it's too early to stamp him as that yet, but we know what Mitch is able to rise to, and that's why I'll hesitate. That offensive rebounding is a game changer, man. That's probably the most creative or second way to create open threes. And that's extremely valuable for the playoffs. So while I wouldn't hate a Mitch for Eason framework, it's not something I'll rush into. I won't be mad at it though. Now, for a player like Herb Jones, who I wanted since last year, the Knicks realistically only have 3 financial paths to get him. It's going to be a Josh Hart-based deal, or a Mitchell Robinson-based deal, or a deal based around Deuce McBride and multiple players. Now, is Herb Jones a upgrade over Josh Hart in the vacuum? Yes, but it's close with the way Josh Hart's been playing. That's why I'm a little hesitant. Not that I think New Orleans would trade Herb Jones for Josh Hart anyway. But while he is an upgrade, he's an elite scalable wing, better at guard and primary scorers. He's an underrated playmaker. He doesn't need the ball at all. Clean and defensive fit next to everyone. Now, while Josh makes this complicated, he's hooping right now. His rebounding is massive when he's playing the guard or the small forward. He pushes the pace. He's a connective glue. But Herb raises the ceiling more. I think Josh raises the floor in real time. That might not even be true. Last year, I was definitely doing this trade. Like, realistically, if you could get Sadiq Bey and Herb Jones for Josh Hart and some draft capital, then you might have to do that. Yeah, and the same reasons I'll be worried about trading Mitchell Robinson for Tari Eason is the same reasons I'll be worried about trading him for Herb Jones. But ultimately, I might just do it because Herb Jones is this. He fits this team perfectly. As far as Deuce McBride and the 3 other players, Yabusele and whoever has to go, yeah, I'm doing that trade. And some picks, yeah, sign me up. But yeah, I doubt New Orleans would do any of these, but I had to let people know. Now, I only did this trade because people like to see things visually. Only way the Knicks get Trey Murphy and Herb Jones is if they trade Cat. The Pelicans will have to love Karl Anthony Towns. But would I do that trade? Hell yeah. You'll definitely have ammo to go get Giannis if you want. And Cat just ain't that guy to me, bro. Like, he's at that point where Julius Randle was after me at a point. Like, it's gonna be hard for him to impress me. Like, I don't care what you do for the regular season. Unless it's versus dominant teams and a dominant matchup, I don't care what he does. I care how he does it, because that's what translates to the playoffs. All the crying to the referees, and he doesn't get every call. But how can they give you the benefit of the doubt, bro? Like, your post-up game is nasty. All them offensive fouls you do, throwing your elbow, get your footwork up, learn how to sell calls like Embiid. But yeah, those are some fantasy trades, man. I was just playing around with the Clippers, the Zubac thing and all that, but that's very creative though, right? But yeah, seriously though, Trey Murphy aside, I feel like the Knicks can get any of those guys I just named if they really wanted to. And Herb Jones and Eason may be a little bit of a reach, but if they really wanted them, they could get them, I feel like. I would go for Taylor Hendricks first. I feel like that's the best trade they can do without giving up too much or anything vital. And if Taylor Hendricks pops, he doesn't even have to fully pop pause. Everyone's going to be saying how this was a steal of a trade for the Knicks.